Ray Corona, the third man in the ring, with the instructions. Look at the tail of the tape.
Pretty much very little to choose between these two. Very little to choose. But I did think when I saw them at the weigh-in yesterday that Edwin Rodriguez did look an inch or two taller to me than did Saul Sanchez.
Thank you for joining us on this Friday night on the Thompson Boxing Facebook and YouTube pages. Beto Duran, Rich Murata, and you all over the world, wherever you may be. Saul Sanchez, the Beast, undefeated fighter. He's in red and silver.
Made a very good impression his last fight, Beto, when he was on Showbox right here in Corona. A lot of people were impressed with him that night.
He's 12-0, 7 KOs. Edwin Rodriguez, 10-5-1, 5 KOs. A blessed hand, Joseph Adorno. How do you know Rodriguez? Give us a little scoop on him. And Lando Carr, please keep it clean, bro.
That's the second time.
Yeah. Thanks everybody checking in on the page. Main event time, so won't interact with you that much. Bernie, Double B, Bernie by myself. Viva Thompson, love you watching it. Midnight in Chicago. How you doing, Bernie? PR man, Deluxe. Got Andrew Conchi with them now. Wherever you need. Sal, training and living in Indio, California now. Joel Diaz training camp. Romel Caballero knows about him. Sal, the younger brother of Emilio Sanchez, Golden Boy fighter. Sal doesn't talk. The nickname, the Beast, came up because the way that he would spar, he would just get after it with people. It's like, wait a minute, this kid who's in the corner, like just wrapping his hands, looks like he should be in 4th grade. You put him in the ring and he unleashes on people.
He fits that babyface assassin role pretty good.
Yeah. Danny Roman, babyface assassin. Nacho Zuniga, True Boxing, in Texas, in the Metroplex.
I will admit, I sat in on the Showbox fighter meetings that they had before his last fight here in Corona, Beto, and after he left the room, the guys were saying, I'm not sure the Beast is the right nickname for this guy. But it's all business in there, and he's a real good professional already after 12 fights.
Joseph Adorno, the scouting report on Rodriguez, always takes on undefeated fighters, doesn't have much good luck. As you can see, 5 losses back in the amateurs. They grew up together in Puerto Rico. Thanks, Joseph, appreciate it. Scouting report, good luck to you in your career. Telling you, Joseph Adorno, name to listen to.
Rodriguez showing good speed here in the first round, speed of hand, putting punches together, doubling, tripling up on his left jab.
This was scheduled for 10 rounds. Good opening round between Sanchez and Rodriguez in Corona, California.
Key blow in there was a left hook to the body by Sanchez.
Sonora Dinamita time. As you hear, Double B, Bernie tells us Roman will be fighting September 13th. Be a heck of a card. Danny Roman, who grew up on the Thompson boxing shows, was actually released by Thompson Boxing, stuck with it, and now he is a WBO and IBF champion. Daniel Diaz in the corner. Normally it's Joel Diaz. The Diaz brothers work in tandem. Joel is actually in Hermosillo for a show tomorrow night. But they go 1-2. Sal Sanchez, the Beast on the back of his trunks. So I met Sal when he was an amateur. I used to call him the amateur. He was training at the Rock Gym in Carson. He was just training himself, essentially, like Manny Robles and Estrita would work out with him. But they had their fights, like that Oscar Valdez. They had a bunch of guys going on. And then when Sal would have time, he'd train him. Finally, he said, you know, I want to turn pro. I'm 18 years old. I want to turn pro. on his own said, you know, called Joel and he knew Toño Diaz. Said, hey, I need to get out of the valley, out of the 818. I need to do something with my life. I'm here going to the gym and training, but because I'm not a pro, I don't have a manager, I'm a promoter. Like nobody's really working with me. Gambled on himself and he left home. And he has a big extended family. They're all here tonight. Went to Indio. Then they put him on a show, a couple shows in Mexico. Put on a show in Thompson. Alex Campanolo really liked what they saw. And by betting on himself, he's now a main event, having fought on Showtime. And here he is, the main event tonight.
Yeah, that's a gamble that paid off for him. He's learning very well. Now that he is a pro, he's saying, I want to knock people out.
Yeah.
And he's looking, he said he would like to go to the body in this fight and soften up his opponent and to be able to knock him out later on.
Yeah.
Rodriguez looks tough in there, and he's got a good style, Rodriguez.
Sal was being used as an amateur with Carlos Cuadras. They were taking him in all the gyms in Southern California. The guys needed training, and Sal was there working it. And Rodriguez has a smirk on his face. Combinations now from Sal Sanchez, attacking the body.
That's that body work he was talking about, Beto.
He's grown as a fighter. He used to be a headhunter. A good test for Sal Sanchez tonight.
One thing about the Thompson boxing promotions that is really admirable, these young kids that they're bringing along and developing them into not only main event, but fighters who appear on Showtime, etc., is they fight them often. They're not like on some promotions where a kid is trying to learn his craft and fight once every 6 or 7 months. That's crazy. You just can't learn at that rate. You can't develop properly. These guys are in action every other month.
And that's what happens when you have a smaller stable. You might not get the exposure on TV, but it's 2019. You don't need a TV deal. Just put it up your Instagram. Everybody will follow you. We're showing here on Facebook. You have the exposure you can get. It's about getting the work. That's what Thompson and the other small club shows around the United States do that for a fighter. Good round between the 118-pounders. They stare at each other at the end of 2. DJ doing work tonight, man. The DJ puts some good jams up there. Look at some highlights from the second round.
This was a good round for both guys, actually. They both had their moments in this round. Sanchez coming forward, and I really love the way that he dug that left hook to the body in that round. Tried to follow up on it. There you see it again. That left hook was really finding its spot. Rodriguez finally kind of woke up in the last minute of the round. The two were exchanging punches real nice. Not only exchanging punches, but exchanging grunts. We got a real audio show from the two of them.
There we go. Joseph Adorno, no problem, man. You put in the work. I see you all over Instagram. Third round. Why don't you guys do me a favor, since you're at home unofficially scoring this. End of the round, let us know how you had it for us. So give me your scores. Why don't you guys score along at home? We'll let you guys go. Let's see what you're doing. Sal Sanchez and Edwin Rodriguez are here in the third. This one's scheduled for 10. Sal digging to the body, snapping with a left hook. Combination from Sal. More body work. Upstairs, downstairs. Solid flow from Sal Sanchez. That left hook from Sal. Doing work against Rodriguez. Uppercut from Rodriguez, the Puerto Rican, wearing his country's flag. So Adorno has 2-0 Sanchez. And Rodriguez is your guy, see? 1-2 from Sanchez. Rodriguez shake his head no.
He may have shook his head no to indicate that they weren't power punches, but they were landing. And he is landing the cleaner blows, as Sal Sanchez.
Somebody's mouthpiece went out.
Ref waiting for a moment where the action subsides, and then he'll stop it so they can attend to the mouthpiece. There it is.
Whose is it? It's Sal's mouthpiece went out. Wrong corner. As always, Thompson Boxing appreciates everybody watching, what you guys share. Doing the show for the fans, and we love our fans. A free stream for you. Sanchez, 12-0, 7 KOs. And we're talking about that, Rich, though, on these club shows, you have to match them tough early because, you don't have the deep pockets that the bigger promoters have. You can't give these guys the baby food early on. You got to see what you have, and you got to cut bait sometime.
That's it. You throw them in the water, see if they can swim, and they'll be tested not only in terms of their skill, but in terms of their heart, in terms of what's inside of them, how gritty they can get. Sanchez is being tested here. He may be winning the round, Sanchez, but he's being tested by a good fighter here in Rodriguez. And Rodriguez is plenty in this fight, believe me, and is doing some good work on his own.
Mouse underneath the right eye of Rodriguez starting to form. Body work from both fighters. These guys are little. 5'5", both of them. 118 pounds, both of them. Looking in the mirror. Final seconds of the third round. A solid one for Sal Sanchez. Let's see what you guys have it on the Facebook. How'd you guys score that one? Lando, how'd you score it? I was just smoking a fancy cigar. Donnie Alday has it 2-1, Sanchez. Ryan gave that one to Rodriguez. Joseph has it 2-1, Sanchez. All right. Something different we're having. We want to interact with you, see how you have it. I'm telling you, man, where else are you going to get people paying attention to you, talking with you, hanging out with you? Leo Fernando le va al Boricua. Fourth round, Sal Sanchez in the red and silver. The Puerto Rican, Edwin Rodriguez.
I thought a little better third round for Rodriguez than he'd had in the first two rounds.
Kosi Tanaka coming up in an hour. So it looks like most everybody has a 2-1 Sal.
That is what I have through 3 rounds.
Some swelling underneath the right eye of Edwin Rodriguez. Yo, 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 Carlos Bowie. Nah, Joseph, man, want everybody to be able to see the fights. The fights are for the fans. Hello. No, you can't let one affect you. You come in there and go. Little guy just standing there, trying to dig at Sanchez. Digging, he digs and grunts at the same time, Sal Sanchez. Uppercut from Sal. Another uppercut. Eats a 1-2. Eats a left hook.
You not only can see, but you can hear every punch landing.
Yeah. And with these young fighters on the Thompson shows, they get tested quick. Sal's last fight had a fighter from Mexico nobody knew, and they went toe-to-toe for 9 rounds. Finally was stopped. Sal with the victory. That was on Showbox, opened up a lot of eyes.
Sanchez looks a little more of the heavy-handed of the two. His punches do carry a little more power. That punch was low.
That was low?
Yep.
and he'll get the chance.
It's the correct call.
Low blow by Saul Sanchez. You get the 5 minutes. Rodriguez will go to his corner. Ray Corona told him, I don't want any revenge.
No more chances, all right? All right, you caught him right there, bro. All right. Come in.
Touch gloves. 45 seconds to go in the 4th round.
Not surprising, you know, Sanchez is not a dirty fighter. It's not surprising, though, with the amount of body blows that are being launched by him, for one to stray low like that.
A 12-0 fighter against a fighter with 16 fights in Rodriguez. Good matchmaking. You want to see what you have with your young fighters, you test them.
I think you're right about the good matchmaking here tonight. We've really seen it. Yeah,
Alex wants to make sure we're here till midnight. Jeez.
We're
only allowed to have a 3-hour show. Four rounds in the books. Don't forget to score on the Facebook. I think Joseph Adorno has a career as a judge after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have attention? Ladies and gentlemen, we found a driver's license belonging to Mary Ortiz. Miss Ortiz, your license is here at the announcer's table.
Mary Ortiz, you lost your license? What do you got on your car, Rich?
I see it 39-37 through 4 rounds myself for Saul Sanchez.
All right.
I thought he won that round even without the low blow.
Joseph Adorno has 2-2. No, that's not what Rich has. Rich has 39-37. Danza Kuduro, you know that jam, right, Adorno? Hey, Adorno, that's the song you got to come into, bro. La mano arriba. Yep, people with you, Rich. 39-37, or people have 2-2. We're in the 5th round of action, our main event. Omega Products International in Corona, California. Thompson Boxing does 2 outdoor shows during the year. And the chance to come outside where it's not too hot, and it's cool. Something about outside box, that's why StubHub or Home Depot Center or Dignity Park, always been a great venue. Now the LAFC stadium was used recently. Top Rank put on a show there.
I have not seen that stadium, but I hear it's
you
fabulous.
will love it, Rich, especially the football fan that you are.
Yeah.
You will love it, the ambiance, the atmosphere.
I hear it's a proper soccer stadium.
Yep. Emulated by the EPL. Jorge Ortiz, how do you have this fight? What's your score? Let's see what kind of adjustment, because this is Sal's toughest opponent to date.
Rodriguez is appearing a little tricky to me here. And he's got some.
He doesn't stop moving.
Good moves.
That veteran experience.
And I tell you, he's picking up in confidence.
Yes, he is. He's bouncing around, isn't he?
He looks real good in this round. He's doing some different things. He's showing some angles. He's going side to side.
Like that. That can make a young fighter frustrated, can't it?
Yes, it can, especially when you haven't seen it there in your career. This I would say, is probably the trickiest guy that he's fought.
You got to solve those guys.
Body punches will help take that away. If you can take those legs away from Rodriguez, because Rodriguez has used his legs well in this round.
Not trying to go to the body. Rodriguez covering up. Alex Ortiz has Rodriguez winning. Some blood from the nose of Saul Sanchez in this round. Pawing at it. Good action. the Puerto Rican. Solid round for Edwin Rodriguez here in the 5th.
You know, he came here and said this week, I'm ready for war. He meant it.
Yep. Fun round between the two. Look at the replay from the last round.
Really good action, but a round that was mostly controlled, I thought, by Edwin Rodriguez. But like in all the rounds, each fighter had his moment. But Rodriguez, I think, used movement to his advantage, combinations to his advantage in that last round. Sanchez, the more powerful blows, but I thought Rodriguez had the edge.
Antonio Diaz working the Vaseline. Faces Saul Sanchez, sent his fighter back out. Edwin Rodriguez, Saul Sanchez, the main event, 6th round. Saul Sanchez has been warned for a low blow. Ray Corona said no more, and after that, last round, Saul didn't go to the body at all. Rich's unofficial scorecard, 48-47. I think that's the same thing that our other unofficial scorer, Joseph Adorno, has. It's always good when you have fighters watching fights. And Rodriguez picking up some steam. Definitely has the confidence going on his side.
If Rodriguez can keep up this kind of pace, can keep up this kind of style, he has a chance to post an upset here tonight. But it's asking a lot.
Yep. Definitely a challenge. Think of Puerto Ricans, of course, Tito Trinidad. Start there. Miguel Cotto. And how many have you seen over the years?
Alfredo Gomez.
Yep.
Macho Camacho.
Yep. Macho Camacho. Man. Did you know him?
I did not.
Oh, okay. It just feels like we knew him.
But I knew his son quite a bit. I did a lot of his son's fights.
Junior, huh?
Sanchez loading up a little more with his punches in this round, but he can't just pot shot Rodriguez.
Sal with some blood from his nose. Rodriguez swelling underneath his right eye. You're right, the trickiness from Rodriguez. Moving around the different angles. Giving Sal some fits. Sanchez was more aggressive early on in the fight.
Yeah, he's going to have to dig down.
Right hand from Sal. Uppercut from Rodriguez. Rodriguez's belt line is high. Sal stayed away from that body. Hook from Rodriguez. Hook from Sal. Sanchez, the beast. The beast is in tough tonight.
That he is. He still has the edge in power.
Hard to throw that power when you don't know where your opponent's at. Like that. Slipping.
Now stop. Time.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, again, the next show for Thompson Boxing Promotions will be September 20th at the Tokyo Hotel in Ontario, California. For ticket information, you go to www.thompsonboxing.com. Also, don't forget to follow us on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. On Instagram, hashtag Thompson Boxing Promotions. Let's thank our sponsors one more time. Like to thank Kia Tools.
As always, shout out to Linus Esquire, our man in Philadelphia. Huge fight fan checking us out. He called it 20 minutes ago. He said, Rodriguez is deceiving. He gave Carto a solid fight at Philly. Should be a good test tonight. Schuler, how you doing? Appreciate it. And now the scores are coming in. People have it tied. Adorno, that last round was tough. Yeah,
It was.
See, judging is tough, isn't it, Joseph? When you actually have to pay attention, he has it 4-2 or 3-3.
I thought that last round was the hardest one to judge, yeah.
7th round, this was scheduled for 10. Saul Sanchez. Need to pick up the pace in his one. It's a tight one. Everybody on our Facebook page has it very close.
Sal is just trying to walk him down. And why we mentioned if Rodriguez could keep up the kind of pace that he did in those really 2 good rounds that he had back to back. And it's a tough thing when you got a man in your face all the time and you're constantly using those legs.
It's also when you're judging, like where you're located as a judge. Joseph Adorno, I'm gonna stick to boxing, forget being a judge. You do that, Joseph, you're a talented young fighter. And we're sitting next to the corner of Rodriguez.
They're excited, they know their guy's in this fight.
Now trying to load up on his shots. Good fight. A tough one to score. The pace is slowed down a little bit with good reason. These kids are back and forth. Rodriguez does a good job of keeping that right hand up, deflecting that left hook that Sal's trying to land. Low blow from Rodriguez, and it wasn't called.
And Sanchez tried to tell the referee instead of protecting himself, and he was meant to pay for it.
Yep. Sal thought he was going to stop the action, didn't. That's why they say protect yourself at all times. Don't play referee.
Tough round. I mean, this is a grueling round.
Ray Corona doing work in there, the referee. They're just leaning on each other, trying to find some distance, some separation, anything. Sal with overhand right, glances.
Man, this is brutal stuff.
Yeah. Good for the fans, tough for the judges and the fighters. All right, now, how do you guys have it scored as we head to the 8th round? Let's look at the highlights from the last round. Good job by our crew being able to find some highlights, quickly turn around. Little Joe doing work up there.
Ray Corona nearly got smacked with that punch. But I tell you, this was really grueling stuff here. There's where Sanchez lost his concentration for a moment, trying to tell the ref he had been hit low, and he caught a couple of punches because of that.
See the blood coming down the nose of Saul Sanchez. Hey, you're going to be a main event. You're not going to be easy. Alex Campanova, matchmaker, wants you here till midnight. So, nothing like an 8-hour broadcast like 360. Nothing around Rich Murata. 8th round, scheduled for 10. Saul Sanchez, Edwin Rodriguez. Joseph Adorno, you still scoring this? Arturo Quesada has 4-3. Who? I know we know the Puerto Ricans have Rodriguez up. Ryan Schuler, Sanchez is edging them, but they're very, very close.
We saw DeMarcus Layton, as we mentioned in that previous fight, came here a long way to try to upset the house fighter. And the same thing happening in this fight.
Rich Murata's unofficial scorecard, he has Sal up by 1 point. What do you see that you gave him that 1 point?
I just thought he was landing the harder blows and extracting more damage in that last round than was Edwin Rodriguez.
Well, glad you're still judging, because Joseph Adorno said, I quit. Let the judges keep.
Yeah.
Joseph, be a fan. Enjoy it, bro.
It's a hard one.
More action here from Sal Sanchez in the 8th round. Blood from the nose of Sal. Sprung a leak. Uppercuts from the Puerto Rican Rodriguez. Man.
I think these two kids are going to each need a little time off after this fight.
Stay away from the gym as blood goes flying.
Boy, Rodriguez comes right back in after eating those blows.
Body shot from Sal, hook from Sanchez. Rodriguez said, let's go.
Great stuff from Sanchez.
Oh, you can hear the thud from that body shot.
Sanchez better keep his hands up.
Yep. They keep yelling for an uppercut from the corner of Rodriguez. They say that he's open. I mean, to use a bad cliche, they're in a phone booth. You guys know what that is?
Shoulder to shoulder stuff here now. You would think that this would work to the detriment of Rodriguez and the advantage of Sanchez, but the truth is that Rodriguez is very clever, even when he gets in an inside fight. So he can do a lot of things.
A couple of these body shots making Rodriguez wince. Sal has been trying to dig to the right side of Rodriguez. Sal takes a deep breath as the eighth round winds down. And the exchange at the very end and look at each other. Good round. Man, our crew is good at getting you these replays quickly.
Well, once again, I mean, just a hellacious round between the two. The double left hook there by Sanchez really did a lot of damage, and here he was opening up and trying to see if he could really hurt his opponent. Again, I thought that the power of Sanchez gave him the slight edge in the round.
Dondi Alde has 5-3 Sanchez. Robert Serrano. Hey, what's happening, Margaret Janet Ramirez? Margaret Janet Martinez. Appreciate you watching on a Friday night. Joseph Adorno. Joseph, you're back to scoring now? But he has 5-3 Sanchez. That's his Carlos Bowie. Marquil Lee, I think this is going to be a split decision, but I think Sanchez is going to win this one. Marquil, appreciate you watching. 9th round. 9 tough rounds between Sal Sanchez and Edwin Rodriguez in our main event tonight.
It looks to me like Rodriguez has come out now to try to keep some distance between himself and Sanchez in this round. He's using his left jab more. I don't think his legs are quite the same, so he can't jump around the way that he was and change direction as much as he was earlier in the fight, but he's still trying to fight an intelligent, clever fight by utilizing his jab. And it's working so far in the first 30 seconds of the round.
Eric Floyd, 2 a.m. in Orlando, still watching with us. Appreciate you. Told you the main event would be a good one. Y saludos a toda la gente de Puerto Rico viendo esta pelea.
It's a very hard-fought fight between these two.
Yep. Always appreciate all the commentary. Everybody interacting with us. The show for the fans, by the fans. 2019, the 19th year of business of Thompson Boxing. Sal keeps poking at that nose. His last fight, it wasn't broken, but they had to do some work on that nose. It got bent.
Oh, Rodriguez boxing beautifully here. Just utilizing the jab, combinations, catching Sanchez on the way in, and Sanchez is not getting off in this round.
No, nothing from Sal this round. He's saying, let's go. Less than a minute to go in the ninth. Sal looks mad, but what are you gonna do about it? Rodriguez, the veteran in that ring.
He's chasing now.
Yep.
He's not cutting off, he's chasing. Rodriguez is boxing a beautiful round.
That's the difference, boxing.
And again, showing the confidence in this round that he was earlier in the fight, Beto.
Solid round for the Puerto Rican Edwin Rodriguez, the veteran. Juan Santos también en Orlando. Good one for Rodriguez. Tough, close fight. Too Slick checking in. Eric Floyd checking in. Don't leave it up to the judges, yeah? Dondi Alde has 5-4 Sanchez going into the last round. You see, they're working on that nose of Sanchez. Antonio Diaz, Joel Diaz Jr. also in the corner. So I think the consensus is 5-4 Sanchez going into ninth. Rich, what do you got?
I have it, I have it 5-4 for Sanchez, 86-85 for Sal Sanchez going into the last round.
Faito Rodriguez, dijimos que en ese round el boxeo era mejor. We did say that that round the Puerto Rican looked a lot better.
I'm really surprised that Rodriguez was able to respond with a round like that.
No, sir. The 10th and final round coming your way in a very tough fight here at Omega Products International in Corona, California. Sal coming out with some aggression. In a fight like this, you don't want to leave anything up to chance. Can't give anything away. Don't take nothing off.
Sanchez has come out throwing in this round. And I'm telling you, Rodriguez has got some wheels on him.
Good hook from Sal Sanchez. I don't know if Rodriguez wants to try to exchange with Sanchez. We worked for him in last round. He's not doing that here in the 10th. Getting hit. Body work from Sanchez. Ruling fight.
Wow, this is tough to watch actually. I mean, this is brutal stuff.
Uppercut from Rodriguez.
Tough to watch, but you can't take your eyes off of it.
Halfway through the 10th and final round.
Wow.
Sanchez, 1, 2, 3, 4.
What a
Rodriguez
terrific,
answers back.
terrific scrap, Beto.
Oh. And look, here's another cliche. Mexico, Puerto Rico, anytime, it's always fun. Oh my goodness, this is it. The crowd urging on Sal the Beast Sanchez. Edwin Rodriguez, always a tough out. Always with a big heart. And my goodness, today, he and Sal Sanchez have had to work.
Who can suck it up this final minute?
You can hear the thud on the punches from Sal Sanchez. Rodriguez holds on. Rodriguez takes a deep breath. Crowd urging Sal, keep going. This is where those 5 a.m. runs in the sand dunes in Coachella. Sparring when it's 110 degrees. Not wanting to go. You got to dig deep and show what you're made of.
Sanchez face looking a little jaded here. He's definitely suffered some damage in this fight.
10 seconds to go. What a fun fight between Saul Sanchez, Edwin Rodriguez.
That's a red hot round to end a red hot fight.
How to do it. As both Rich and I clap for this one. And they both come to their corners, arms up, and they both take that deep breath of, wow. Heck of a fight. Good one for the fans. Zap and Roger. It'll go to the cards. The youngster Saul Sanchez was tested, was matched up tough. And Rich Murata's unofficial scorecard has it 96-94. How do you have it?
So tough. I wouldn't be surprised to see it just the opposite from the judges, or no robbery either way this fight goes. The only thing I'll be surprised at is if any judge has it a one-sided fight.
Yep. Martin Vest, this is a draw. Adorno, 6'4" Sanchez. Interesting. Sugar Cane Robinson, how do you have this one? Who won on your card? And we appreciate all the comments from you, interacting with the fans. Love the fans. And Sunday, yeah, man. You just never know. Heck of a main event. You know, the earlier ones today, yeah, I'm good. They weren't what we expected.
You know, there's a lot of fights where at the end of it, both fighters are sure they've won.
Yep.
I think both fighters are uncertain at the end of this fight if they've won or lost.
Yep. Sanchez 12-0. Loves to get in there and mix it up, but you know, I think as they move them on, the defense. Gail, we invite everybody to give us your cards, all fans. Because when you spend 3 hours with us, writing about us, we know you care about us. $98.92, come on now. That's got a... Seeing some draws coming in, 95-95. Sonny Franco has the official.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a big round of applause for both of these warriors. 10 excellent rounds of boxing in the books. And now to the judges' scorecards we go. We have a split decision. Dr. Lou Moret scores about 96-94 for Rodriguez. Max DeLuca sees it 94-96 for Sanchez. And Carla Kai sees it 96-94, all in favor of your winner by split decision. And new WBO Latino Bantamweight champion from Juana Diaz, Puerto Rico, Edwin El Puto Rodriguez.
And you see the emotion from Edwin Rodriguez as he gets the split decision, 96-94.